Welcome back to another review. It's me, Samuel. We're back at it again for another action movie month reviews. And this time we're reviewing the A-Team movie from 2010. Now this is a really great cast, man. This is a perfect cast in my opinion. You got fucking Liam Neeson as Hannibal. You got fucking Bradley Cooper as Face. You got this other guy playing Murdoch. He does a really good job. You got fucking Quentin Jackson from UFC to play B.A. Baracus. He looked just like him too, man. He looked just like Mr. T. I thought it was a really perfect cast, man. I really enjoyed this film, man. I really did. But a lot of people did it for some reason. I don't understand why people hate this movie. Yes, this movie does get hate. I'm not kidding around. This movie does get hate. I feel like this movie should have been like rated R or some shit like that. I feel like it should have been PG-13 in my opinion, I think. I think it would have been a lot better if it was like rated R, but I feel like they would put like a lot of, I don't know. I mean, there is like, was there sex scenes in here? I completely forgot, but I mean, yeah, there's fucking Face. He gets all the bitches and stuff like that in this movie, but you know how it is in the TV show also, it's the same thing, But yeah, this movie does get hate. And I can understand some things why this movie gets hate. I can understand some things. But this movie is very enjoyable in my opinion. I don't understand why it gets so much hate. I mean, I can understand some things like, that one scene where there's like a tank coming down in a parachute and Bradley Cooper's character Face is shooting inside the tank flying down. I can understand that. I mean, come on, that's very unrealistic. Like, a fucking parachute is not going to hold up a tank in the air. Like, I can understand stuff like that and how they messed up Baracus' character in this movie. I remember they like make him soft or some shit like that, and they got rid of his mohawk in the second half of the film. They got rid of his mohawk. I'm like, why? He's B.A. Baracus. Why do you get rid of his fucking his mohawk for? Like, what the fuck is that bullshit? They maybe have like regular hair again, regular fro, wherever the fuck it is. Yeah, I can never understand that logic of why he switched from mohawk to regular hair. I don't get that. He's B.A. Baracus. He's supposed to have the fucking mohawk. Why did he switch his hair to like normal hair? I don't get that. Like I said, they made him like soft. They made him soft in the second half of the film, and they made him like say shit like "I don't kill people" and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're Baracus. You're supposed to kill people. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't get that. Why they changed his personality of his character, make him soft? I don't get that shit. Also, like I said, this movie should have been like rated R and shit, that would have been a lot better. But yeah, I don't understand why it does get hate. I mean, I understand those type of issues right there, but this movie shouldn't get that much hate. I mean, this movie is very entertaining to watch, very enjoyable, Better than those other fucking films I reviewed, like fucking those Mad Max films. Like I said, I couldn't really get into Mad Max. I couldn't get into what's the other film I review? I couldn't really get into Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, I couldn't get into that movie. Like, everyone has different tastes in films. I'm not gonna post like every fucking movie that comes out. So this movie is directed by a guy named Joe Carnahan. He also did films like Narc, which I thought that was a really good film. I think he just wrote it. I'm not 100% sure he directed it. Let me see here. Director. So yeah, he directed Narc. That was a classic film. It was with Ray Liotta, rest in peace. Oh shit, my throat's kind of scratchy. He did some other bullshit like Smoking Aces. Never heard of that shit. Cop Shop I heard of, but I heard his shit was fucking trash. That's what I heard. But yeah, this guy's not a bad director. He did a really good job with this film. I wonder what happened to fucking Rampage Jackson, the guy who played Baracus. What happened to that guy? He only did like one movie and that's about it. Like, what else did he do besides fucking that and UFC? Like, does he even do any other movies? Like, well, he's in another movie called Cops and Robbers. That was with Michael Jai White. But yeah, I don't really see this guy do anything after the A-Team movie. Like, what the hell happened to that guy? He just disappeared after that, just doing one movie. Such a shame, man. Such a goddamn shame. But anyways, so this movie is basically, based off the original film. Not original film. The original show, The A-Team from the 80s. And in this film, people actually get fucking killed in this movie. They actually do. The original A-Team, nobody fucking dies. Every time fucking the A-Team shoot up people in the 80s show, the car flips over and the bad guys get out and they're all okay. No scratches, no bruises, nothing. They're fine. They just go to jail. That was the main issue with that show. It's just like, nobody fucking gets killed in that fucking show. And that shit fucking bugged me. I'm like, why does nobody fucking die in that show? Because the reason why is that the 80s A-Team show was on this specific channel who didn't not allow people to get killed off and this and that. They didn't like that type of thing. That was their strict rule or some shit like that. And yeah, that was the bullshit that holds back from people getting killed off in that show, because that show was on the wrong channel at the time. But other shit like Miami Vice, which people get killed off in that fucking show, but like Miami Vice was on like a different channel, so they had different rules than what channel the A-Team was on. Let me see what channel the A-Team was on in the 80s. I gotta check this out real quick. I gotta see what channel they was on. The A-Team, type it up on Google here. Yeah, it came out on NBC. So yeah, NBC was pretty strict about those type of things. They didn't like people getting killed off in the show. So Miami Vice was on, like, what channel Miami Vice was on? Yeah, that's also an 80s show. Miami Vice was on channel... Wait, what? They're on NBC also? Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on a second. Whoa. Wait, I don't get it. So Miami Vice could actually got away with it? They actually got away with that shit, but the A-Team couldn't? I'm confused about that. So the A-Team was like really for kids, and Miami Vice for adults. Was A-Team mostly for adults? I don't get it. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. I'm really confused about that shit. But yeah. Also, I heard about the original show. I heard that B.A. Baracus and the guy who played Hannibal didn't really get along with each other. Mr. T and George Papard. I heard they had like a hard time getting along with each other. And they're like real military veterans in real life and this and that. And they didn't get along with each other in the show. There's like a lot of shit that happens on there. George Papard didn't want like a female in the A-Team, which I completely understand that. You know. Yeah, I don't think a chick could fit with the A-Team. Mostly like old men, which I 100% agree with George Papard. He's not being sexist or anything. It's just that's how it's supposed to be. Mostly like 4 dudes, not a chick in there. Like that doesn't fit there. It doesn't fit. Imagine they made an A-Team movie in this generation. They'll definitely put a chick in there for sure. Oh, that's sexist. There's 4 masculine men in there. We can't have just 4 masculine men. We gotta put a chick in there. Oh da. Oh, no, bullshit. We don't need a chick in the A-Team. It's like mostly 4 dudes. Don't you understand that? But anyways, so like I said, this movie is basically based off the original plot of the show. So, you know, these guys in this movie, they get framed, you know. Now they got show the truth of why they got framed and find the guy who did it and this and that, who got them in trouble. So they started busting out of jail, you know, get fucking Baracus out of the prison, break him out of that fucking prison van and shit, bust his ass out of there. Then they get fucking Face. Then they go after fucking... Oh yeah, this is like the best part where they get fucking Murdoch out of the mental hospital. That was like the funniest shit ever. They just crashed into the fucking building while they watched the original A-Team on TV with the other mental patients. That show was fucking hilarious. They crash right into it and they get fucking Murdoch. That show is fucking hilarious. And they all drive off and shit. And Jessica Biel's in there too, and she's pretty smoking hot. I'm glad they got her fine ass in here too. She was alright in this movie. I didn't mind her in this movie, you know. I didn't mind her. She was pretty hot. Yeah. And she's like... I forgot, she's like one of the head of the fucking CIA or some shit like that, I remembered. And she wants those guys to be caught already and this and that. Well, yeah, that shit happened. And I think they actually... Yeah, they actually finally got the guy, and they took him down, this and that at the end. All that other shit happens. Like, I really enjoyed this fucking film, man. I don't know why this movie gets hate for. I don't get the hate of this film. I don't get why people don't like it. Yeah, I swear to God, people don't like this fucking movie. I'm not fucking kidding around. People think I'm joking about that. I'm not. This movie does get hate, and I understand. Like I said, I'll say it again. I understand some hate of why people don't like this movie. I understand like what they did with Baraka's character, the whole thing with the tank flying down, this and that. A couple of goofy scenes. I mean, it's supposed to be goofy scenes in there. It's an action comedy film, just like the original show. It was action and comedy. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be funny and kick ass going on at the same time. People gotta understand that shit. Yeah, people like Rambo Turd for Life don't like this movie also. He says like a bad film or something like that. I don't get why he thinks it's a bad film. I'm not gonna like watch his fucking review or anything like that, to be fair. You know, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get the hate for this fucking movie. And like a lot of people didn't like Bradley Cooper's face. A lot of people didn't like Rampage Jackson as Baracus. They wanted Baracus to be played by Ice Cube or The Rock Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or Ving Rhames. First off, Ice Cube would be too short to play fucking B.A. Baracus. Two, Ving Rhames would be too old to play B.A. Baracus. And three, Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks nothing like B.A. Baracus. So all those guys are definitely out. Yes, Ice Cube can really act as an actor, and also Ving Rhames and The Rock, but they do not fit the role. Like, I cannot picture The Rock with a fucking goatee and a mohawk. I can't see it. Plus, he's too like light skinned and shit. You know, nothing against that or anything. I'm not really against light skinned people. I mean, I'm light skinned myself. But I'm saying he will not fit the fucking character. You can't just add a mohawk and a goatee on him and just call him B.A. Baracus. Ice Cube, like I said, he's too short. He's like 5'8", I looked up. That's short as fuck. B.A. Baracus was like above 6 feet tall. He's not supposed to be a fucking average height dude. Like, I can't believe some people say and think Ice Cube can play B.A. Baracus. If Ice Cube was 6'3", he could definitely play B.A. Baracus, but Ice Cube cannot play that role. Ving Rhames is too old. I'm talking about like back then in 2010. No, he'll not fit as fucking B.A. Baracus. He's just, I can't see his face as B.A. Baracus. I can't see it. I can't picture him as B.A. Baracus either. I think Rampage Jackson did a fine job as fucking Baracus, in my opinion. He did a fine job. I don't get why he gets a lot of hate. He did fine to me. It's just that I didn't like how they changed his character later on in the film, make him like soft. I didn't like that part. His name's Badass Baracus for a reason. I don't know why they changed his character like that, saying he doesn't want to kill people or something. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's supposed to be like smoking people and shit. I mean, he does it in the beginning. All of a sudden, later on, he just changed his character. Make him not have a mohawk. Then later on, he has a mohawk again. I don't get that whole thing. But I still don't mind this movie for what it was, you know. I like Face, but a lot of people don't like Face because they think Bradley Cooper was too much. Yeah, there are some scenes where Bradley Cooper does go a little bit over the top with his yelling and stuff like that. But this is the A-Team. The original A-Team is basically goofy as hell and action at the same time. That's how it was and stuff like that. Do I like the original cast from the A-Team? Of course I do. I love all those actors who play those characters. I also like the actors in this movie. But to each his own. Everyone has their own opinions, and I can respect their opinion if they don't like this movie. You know. But I enjoy it for what it was. I think it's a pretty decent film, in my opinion. I really enjoyed this film for what it is. I don't know. I might call it decent or a classic. It's one or the other. But I give this like a, let's see, maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. I'll probably give this movie. And this movie was supposed to have a sequel, but it didn't happen because the poor box office or something like that. It didn't really make that much money in the box office. That's why we never got a sequel to the A-Team. A lot of people actually wanted a sequel to the A-Team, but we never got that because of the box office. I guess a lot of the original fans didn't really like this film because they didn't like a lot of people getting killed off, this and that. Which that's what B.A. Baracus, the original guy who played B.A. Baracus, Mr. T, didn't like this film because he didn't like people getting killed off. And like also he didn't like that he was only like 3 seconds in the film as a cameo, which I can understand that. That's pretty fucked up. which it is insulting. Like he said, he should have been like in there at least longer than that. I don't understand why he only got 3 seconds. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't get that, because the original face was the original face or original Murdoch. The original Murdoch was in here for like more minutes than fucking. It's weird how the original Murdoch and the original face get more cameo time than Mr. T. I don't get that, because Mr. T's character was the best part of the original show. So why did he get like more cameo time than both of them? I don't get that. He should have got more cameo than both of them. I don't understand that. Like, the director don't know what the hell he was doing with the film. I mean, yeah, like I said, there is some problems with the film. There is a lot of flaws and this and that, but I really enjoyed it still, regardless. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like, Mr. T should have more cameo than both of them combined, because he was like mostly the best one to be liked in the original show, besides George Papard's character, Hannibal. But yeah, this movie did not make a lot of money, because the budget's like over 100 to 110 million. The box office only like 107 million. So they really made that much in the box office. That's crazy. You should have made like a lot more than that. I wonder why they made much more than that. I don't know. I don't fucking get it. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I don't mind this movie. I enjoy it for what it is. And yeah,